Naledi is a youth empowerment program dealing with empowering the youth and how to get the youth to step up more and find their inner voice. It's a platform where young people come together and explain or express themselves in different ways. Not everybody's right, but not always wrong at the same time.
See Naledi being able to sort of come in and challenge what is happening in the schools.
So the Naledi program was started to ask students to say, look at yourself, take a good look at yourself, and find the answers that are missing in terms of character, attitude.
So Anne before Naledi was a young, slightly rebellious, unaware of my surroundings, and just accepted whatever came her way. I didn't like challenges. I did not like confrontations. I was a very naive little girl.
Before I got into Naledi, I guess I used to fumble around a lot in terms of time commitment. I'd often find myself overcommitting. I didn't manage my time carefully, which resulted eventually in me not being able to do some things which I had ample opportunity to do.
So before the Naledi program, I think I had an issue with, I thought everyone around me needed to make my life better, if you understand. I didn't take the steps to making myself better and making choices. And I used to blame everyone around me for things that did not go well in my life. I guess that's something that I practiced before Naledi, which was bad.
You know, find excuses for not doing as well as I wanted to do, primarily in school. I always used to look at other people, what they were doing, and try my best to, you know, go with the flow of what everybody else is.
After workshop 3, I got into that point where I became comfortable with the people around me. I became to open up more to people. I began to show the other side of Shekinah that not many people were I was not very known for once. I was known for a very hard-headed, very cold person, but Naledi opened me to that form of you're also a warm person and you're capable of showing these things to people, and it's not very difficult to sometimes get a shoulder to cry on. So yeah, that was Naledi for me back in 2013.
Life before Naledi, I was a rebellious student, very, very rebellious, and most people would attest to me being very troublesome.
The 7 R's are a framework for young people to guide them through a journey of finding who they want to be and how do they get there. When things go wrong, the R's are there to hold them on the straight and narrow and to guide them, because life is tricky.
In terms of the Naledi R's, I think responsibility and resourcefulness spoke to me the most. Why would I say resourcefulness? I think it taught me how to create more opportunities for myself from what I am given. For example, I think before Naledi, I never used to go out and seek opportunities.
Okay, with resourcefulness, right? One thing that I learned from Naledi was that you can always blame other people for everything that happens around you, but at times people don't look at what they have going for them and what they can use to better their situations.
Until today, it definitely still speaks in my life, especially resilience, because going into the real world and going to varsity is never easy. There's so many challenges, and if you're not resilient, you will break down and you will miss your way, and that just becomes another trouble, because getting back up is never easy.
So that R of relationships really spoke to me in the sense that I don't have to be alone. There are people out there that seriously do care about me, and I'll just be shutting them out if I had to shut myself from the world.
During Naledi, I tapped into myself, into another level of myself, I would say, a more conscious self.
part that really got attached to and really got me is resilience. Because with so many things that goes on in our daily lives and stuff, we are like, especially in the world right now, we are bound to give up so quickly. Like the work that I'm doing right now, it's kind of really got really heavy and just unbearable for me. But then I could have just given up and quit it just like that. But then with Naledi, there were always three questions that they always asked us: is the what, why, and when.
Looked at myself inwardly more than I did outwardly. I was conscious of the things that I was saying, the things I was doing more because of the reflection that we were taught to incorporate into our lives at Naledi. So essentially during Naledi, I started shifting my mindset and shifting my perspective on most things in life.
And when Naledi happened, there was such a massive impact, because by the time I graduated from Naledi, I had learned so much about who I am, who I want to be, where I want to get to, and how I'm going to get there. Naledi teaches you that the grass is green, but you have to actually water it to keep it green.
So the future of Naledi is to take it to the world, to take it outside of school and ensure that young people who've grown really are able to be productive economic citizens of South Africa. It's not enough for them to just feel good, but they must act well. They must add value to South Africa.
Oh, in July, I organized the Mandela Day Festival, Leadership Festival, you know. And the thought was around the icon, was around his leadership qualities and how our leadership program can integrate with what he was preaching, you know, and what he wants to sort of be a habit in the country, you know. So I wanted to organize, I actually did. I organized a festival for a community of schools that are around Dube.
So Naledi, moving forward, I would love to see more youth getting involved with whatever we do. I would love us to be the advocates for change.